Good evening, students. Today I am going to discuss about modulus of elasticity, chapter 9 of class 11 physics. Modulus of elasticity. Now question, what is modulus of elasticity? Modulus of elasticity is defined as the ratio of stress to strain. The ratio of stress to strain is called modulus of elasticity. The ratio of stress to strain is called the modulus of elasticity. It is of three types. Young modulus, denoted by Y. Young modulus, this is the ratio of normal stress to the longitudinal strain. This is Y equal to by longitudinal strain. Suppose a wire of length L and area of cross section length L, area of cross section A, length L, area of cross section A, and normal stress, normal force is applied F, normal force is applied F, and due to which extension is L. Then what we can write? Normal stress is F by A, so this is F by A. Longitudinal strain is L by L, L by L. So this is FL by AL. This is the Young modulus. Length, original length is L, area of cross section is A, normal force applied is F, and L is the extension of the wire. Then normal stress is F by A, longitudinal strain is L by L, and this will be this. And its unit is Newton per meter square unit. Now, volumetric strain, bulk modulus. This is denoted by K. Bulk modulus. This is the ratio of normal stress to the volumetric strain. Normal stress to the volumetric strain. So K equal to normal stress by volumetric strain. Normal stress by volumetric strain. Suppose there is a body, its volume is V, and force, normal force applied is in this direction, say F, and its area of cross section is A, and due to application of normal force, its shape become this. Now volume is V minus delta V, decrease. So what is normal stress? F by A, area of cross section is A, F by A, volumetric strain minus delta V, because it is decreasing, volume is decreasing, delta V by V, so it is minus F V by A delta V, and sometimes F by A means pressure, so it is written minus P V by delta V. Its unit is also Newton per meter square, that means Pascal. Okay. Now compressibility. Compressibility is the reciprocal of bulk modulus. The reciprocal of bulk modulus is compressibility. Compressibility which is denoted by C, C equal to 1 by K. So unit will be, so its unit is this. Young modulus, bulk modulus, and the reciprocal of bulk modulus is compressibility. Now another one is rigidity modulus. Rigidity denoted by eta, rigidity modulus. Now I am writing this. Rigidity modulus. You see, rigidity modulus. This is discussing eta equal to tangential stress. In this case normal stress, in this case also normal stress, but here tangential stress. Tangential stress by shear strain. Tangential stress by shear strain. Now tangential stress, you see this figure. Here you follow me. Say there is a cubical box. And force is applied like this way, parallel to the surface. Force is applied, and its area of cross section, this area of cross section is A. Area of cross section is A, force applied tangentially, and due to which its shape changes. This, and this is called angle of shearing. If this is L, this is delta L. So shear strain equal to F by A. This is tangential stress, shear strain is theta. Now this is F by A. Theta is arc by radius, delta L by L. Delta L by L. So it is becoming F by A. It is becoming FL by A delta L. This is the rigidity modulus. Its unit is also Newton per meter square. So Young modulus Y, normal stress by longitudinal strain, bulk modulus K, normal stress by volumetric strain, rigidity modulus eta, tangential stress by shear strain. And we have got the expression, and unit is in all cases Newton per meter square. Now, what is the work done in stretching a wire? What will be the work done in stretching a wire? Work done in stretching a wire. Suppose there is a wire and say this is a wire, this side is fixed, its length is L, this is L, and its area of cross section is A, area of cross section. Now a normal force is applied so this is A, and due to this force it becomes extended, say this is small l. Extension is this extension is small l. So what is Young modulus? Y equal to F by A, L by L, so FL by A, L. So from this we find F equal to Y A L by capital L. This is the force. Now we consider that by this constant force the wire is further extended an infinitesimally small distance dl. Suppose further extension is this is dl. Due to this force we consider that the infinitesimally small displacement of the wire is dl, and so there will be small amount of work done. So what will be work done? dw equal to fdl. So F is this Y A L by L dl. Now what will be the work done for stretching the wire of length L? If you stretch the wire of length L, then what will be the work done? W equal to work done for stretching the wire of length L. Stretching the wire by length L. You see this 0 to L. Y A L by L dl. So L is changing, L, small l. Capital L is initial length of the constant. A, Y, Young modulus material constant. A, area of cross section constant. Only L is changing. So these are constant, y a by l constant, so it निकल गया, and integration 0 to l dl. You have to integrate this. You see here, formula is x to the power n dx. This is x to the power n plus 1 by n plus 1. This is the formula. By this formula, what will be this integration? L dl means their power is 1. So L to the power 1 plus 1 by 1 plus 1. So L square by 2. Okay. So it will be ya by L square by 2, 0 to L. We have taken out the 2, so equal to, from this, equal to ya by 2L, upper limit minus lower limit, L square minus 0 square. So this is half ya L square by L. We can write like this way, half ya L by L into small l. Just split up. Now what is ya L by L? Means f. So equal to half f into L. So work done equal to load into extension. Work done equal to load into extension. This is W. Work done equal to load into extension. Now question is, what is the work done per unit volume? Therefore, equal to W by V, means W by V means area into length. Now what is W? What is W? W is this half F into L by A into L. It can be written as half F by A into L by L. Now question is, what is F by A? F by A means stress. What is L by L? Strain. So equal to half into stress into strain. So this is the work done per unit volume. Work done is half into load into extension, and work done per unit volume is half into stress into strain. Half into stress into strain. Okay. Now we will explain stress versus strain graph. Stress versus strain graph. The graph is like this. Up to this is point A, this is point B, this point is C, this point is D, this point is E. Now you see, from O to A, the graph is straight line. So it follow Hooke's law. Hooke's law is stress is directly proportional to strain. Stress is directly proportional to strain, so graph is straight line. So up to A, that means OA, follow the Hooke's law. Now at point B, if the load is unloaded from the wire, then the graph will be followed by BAO. Clear? And so B is called the elastic limit. And after point C, if the load is unloaded, then the graph will not followed by this path CBAO, but this will follow like this path. O dash is called the permanent set. That means the wire is permanently extended, a small amount, permanently extended. And then it is seen that if the stress is increases very small amount, then the strain is increasing a large amount. If the stress is increased very small amount, then it is seen that the strain is increasing a large amount. And at a certain time it is seen that when all the load is unloaded, then the wire is already increasing. That means wire is flowing. And it is seen that at point E, it will break down, the wire break down. And so C point is called the yield point and E point is called the breaking point. O to B is called the elastic region, and B to E is called the plastic region. What I have told, it is seen that OA graph is straight line. So here stress is directly proportional to strain. So here Hooke's law is followed. And at point B, it is slightly bent. If the load is taken out, that means if the wire is unloaded, it will be seen that the graph will followed by BAO. Okay, but at point C, if the wire is unloaded, the graph will not follow this path CBAO, but it will follow like this path, dotted path CO dash. And O dash is called the permanent set. This is the permanent set. That means the wire is extended a small amount. Wire is extended permanently. And after point C, it is seen that if the stress is increases very small amount, the strain is increasing large amount. And at point D, it is seen that if all the load are taken out, that means unloaded, if the wire is totally unloaded, even though it is the length of the wire is increasing, that means the wire is automatically flowing, and it is seen that the wire is broken. And so E point is called the breaking point. E point is called breaking point. At point E, the wire break. So OA is it follow Hooke's law. OAB, this is the elastic region. B to E is called the plastic region. Plastic, that means it will not follow Hooke's law. That means it will, if the load is taken out, if the load is unloaded, if the wire is totally unloaded, till then it will not get back its original shape and size or length. Okay, this is the stress versus strain graph. And in case of brittle material, the graph will be like this way. जैसे glass, graph will be like this way. That means its elastic region large, but plastic region is very small. That means if it cross the elastic region, it will break. It will break. This is the brittle material. This is the graph for brittle material. This is the graph for elastic material. Sometimes it will be plastic, some condition. And this is only for brittle material like glass. It is seen that up to this it follow Hooke's law. Up to this it is elastic region, and then the plastic region is very small. So after crossing the elastic region, it will break. Okay, so ठीक से पढ़ना फिजिक्स बहुत इजी लगेगा, इंटरेस्टेड सब्जेक्ट हो जाएगा. It will be very interested to you. You will get interest in physics if you study properly. Okay, and don't kill your time. Utilize your time properly. Then you will success in your life. Your future will be bright. Okay, bye.